Good evening, everyone. It is May 1st, 2023 on the Pacific Coast over here. And today was pretty much what I'd expected. I'd been looking for a day where it'd be rotational with a bullish sort of tilt. One of those days where it'd be hard to be short. And what I was looking for was some sort of false breakdown to get long. And I got that on the NQ. I think 270 long was the trade. And unfortunately, I got flat on the majority of it for profit, but then the runners got taken out at break even before that late afternoon ramp up to the highs to new highs of the session. That's what I was looking for, was that sort of sweep the book and then ramp upwards. Now tomorrow we have jolts coming up, but more importantly Wednesday we have that non-farm what is that, employment change, the ISM services, and FOMC. So the big days Wednesday, Thursday. Again, we have Apple earnings after hours. So Tuesday, once again, I'm looking for a smaller session. Now, I was thinking we might get a tickle of that 42.2375 to 42.30 before FOMC. You can see that written in that little text box up there. However, I think that's looking unlikely now. We closed at lows below that critical 41.85 level. We pretty much closed right where we opened on Monday today. So what I'm looking for is possibly a gap down scenario that then gets bid up maybe around the 50s and then and probably gets rejected off that 41.85 to 90 area. And I guess we'd close around, I don't know if I was to throw out a number, probably back towards around the highs here, around that 41.70 or higher area, if I had to take a guess. Overall, I think that it's going to be a quieter session heading into tomorrow. I'm not looking for any sort of huge moves. I think it's just going to be a quiet, rotational session once again, and I'd be careful trying to fade any sort of grind up. And instead, I think it'd be smarter to mostly lean on the long side. The same goes for the NQ. It's a similar sort of setup, just hanging around this choppy highs and not really going much of anywhere. Like I said over here, bulls have to hold 210. Otherwise, it's back to this sloppy 050 to 0100, or sorry, no O, just 050 to 100 area. So I think we'll end up holding around that 200 number, and that'll be it for the day. So in terms of trades, how am I looking at this? Well, go to a 30-minute. If we gap down, I'll be looking to get short 84.75, that being our previous day's close, the 4 p.m. close. That is our open at 84.25, value area low and all of its deviations at 84.75, 85.75, a critical level, as well as the 87% weekly value area high from last week. So you can see it in effect there on that Friday session. And then obviously today held the bid and was around the bid numerous times. So this kind of 85 number is key to me. If we gap down, I'd be looking for that to be resistance. Now, if we do not gap down, if we open above 85, I want to be long 84s. I know this is tight. I want to be long 84s before a tag of 89. The idea being is that I think we could get a sell-off from that 89. That being the point of control from today, as well as our monthly close, as well as the 95% value area high, a weekly high, all that sort of stuff, right in that 89 to 90 number range. That 4-tick range has quite a bit of crap, and I wouldn't be surprised if we got a sell from there. So I'll be looking to get long 84.75 if we open above 85, and then short it otherwise if we get a gap down. Other than that, as you can see, not very interested much. I would be interested in taking a 42.30 short, and that is about it. To the downside, I'd be interested in taking 55s. Long, that is just the weekly POC from last week, as well as the 2022 halfback and the monthly pocket 53.75. We do have a Thursday high at 57s, I believe. Yes, 57.5, and we did come down into that on that Friday session. But overall, I'd be looking for us to stay bid around there. 80 lows also coming around there. Below there, looking at long 43s, that is just our settlement lows. So that is the Thursday low of day. Is it Thursday low of day? It is. Sorry, the Friday low of day. My bad. Clearly it's late. And then I would be waiting for us to tag monthly VWAP before getting long there. So that's at 41.75 below there, getting long either 31s or 28s. That corresponding to roughly the halfback from last week, as well as the VWAP closes and from last week, and a sessional VWAP close, and a monthly halfback, and the quarterly open. So a lot of crap there. So that's sort of the range I'm interested in on the ES. Sorry, a little bit slow here. 5 minutes in already. Oh, geez, gotta wake up. Other than that, I'd be interested in taking 413 short after a run of that 425 quarter high. That is just a high of the day from August 19th. Beyond that, looking to get short 347s. That is if we open essentially in this sort of range before we tag a value area low. So I'd like to see us open somewhere around here, ramp upwards, get a sell off of where we trapped a bunch of inventory, and then selling off downwards. And I want to hit that before that tag of value area low. This I will delete. That should not be there. What is our other setup? This I don't want either. I want to be long 210s, that just being the quarterly open over there. That is also where we had a nice little auction here. You can see this critical resi, finds a bid, resi again, finds a bid, auctions around, launches off for the rest of the day. So I think that is our critical auction. And hopefully 210 is the right number there. It could go down to 200 or 180. Might test settlement lows at 170s, not sure. Below there, I will be waiting to get long at 135, that being a VWAP close and another auction that we had on this Thursday session here. As you can see, this nice auction around 11:30, 12 o'clock, as well as that VWAP close from the session. Below there, getting long at 105s, another auction, and that is the weekly VWAP close, I believe. Yes, weekly VWAP close at 105. So that would be the final long I'd be interested in taking. So that's all I have on these guys. Not a ton of trades, not expecting really any huge moves ahead of the FOMC and Apple earnings. So just 105s, 135s, 210s long, 347 short if it tags it before hitting value area low from today's session, and then short 413s after a high the day run, short 4230s, short if it hits a gap down, long otherwise at 84.75, long 55s, long 43s after a tag a monthly VWAP, long 31s or 28s, and that'll be about it. Not going to play that 4107. I think at that point we've moved down into some extreme territory. That'd be an 80-point dip, so I don't think we're hitting that. Anyway, hope that helps. Hope that makes sense. Very likely update this tomorrow pre-market and post that to Twitter. So hope that helps, and trade safe, you guys.